Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Chaz Man Show. My name is Chaz Riddle, and this is episode number 9. If you like this video at the end, please leave a comment, question, subscribe, and share with your friends. Now, this show is going to be a little bit different from the ones I've done before. This is going to be a all-spoiler review of The Mule, starring and directed by Clint Eastwood. So if you have not seen the movie, turn the video off, go see the movie, come back, and watch this video, and we can compare notes. Okay. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you about this is before you see the movie, if you've been living in a cave and you don't know who Clint Eastwood is, go to imdb.com, read Clint Eastwood's biography, and you're going to find some very interesting things about this man. Some people are going to remember him throughout his entire career, where he started off, in B movies, moving on to TV, where he played Rowdy Yates on Rawhide, and then later on, he played the man with no name, and the good, the bad, and the ugly, and for a few dollars more, and a fistful of dollars. And some people are going to remember him as Kelly in Kelly's Heroes. Some people are going to remember him as Dirty Harry and Make My Day. Some people are going to remember him as the guy that directed Mystic River, because Tim Robbins and Sean Penn both won Oscars for their performance in that movie. Some people are going to remember him from the director of $1 Million Baby and Unforgiven. Some people are going to remember his comedies, where he starred alongside an orangutan. Some people are going to remember him as the Secret Service agent protecting the president in the Line of Fire. But that's about Clint Eastwood, okay? This story, The Mule, starring Clint Eastwood, starts off pretty simple. He plays a character named Earl. Earl is a World War II veteran and horticulturist. He's a flower guy, and it starts off in 2005, and he's attending a convention. At the convention, we learn a couple things about how the period in which it's set, and about the relationship that Earl has with his family and his friends. Okay, so in 2005, at a booth, a guy is introducing one-click shopping through the internet for flowers. Now, at this point, Clint Eastwood wins an award at the convention. He's the big man on campus, and he's buying drinks for everybody. And it's also his daughter's wedding day. Well, rather than go to the wedding, he stays and plays with his friends. So we establish the fact that Earl is the guy that works really hard. He entertains his friends first, and family comes second. Fast forward 12 years later, the internet has taken over the flower business. Earl is losing his house and his business, but he still, because he's encouraged to, he goes to visit his granddaughter at her bridal shower. He is confronted by his daughter, who still hates him because he chose the friends and the business over her wedding day. But the granddaughter still loves him, so that's why he attends. At this point, Earl is met by a gentleman who gives him a card and says, I know I can help you get back on your feet. Here's a card with a number on it, call it. And so Clint Eastwood does, or Earl does. Turns out he goes to a garage. His old beat-up truck is loaded with cocaine. He takes and drops it off. And that is the one and done. At least so it seems. Where Earl realizes how easy it is to make money doing this. And every time he delivers, he gets more money. And then at one point, he gets himself a brand new truck. He starts to enjoy the fruits of his labor. He buys himself a nice gold bracelet. He entertains young women. He attends parties. He's living the life with no remorse. And then he's on one run. He has got the biggest load ever, $3.2 million worth of cocaine in the back of his truck. He is instructed to go drop this off, but then he gets a phone call from his granddaughter saying that his wife is coming home from the hospital, and it's very important that he come home. Well, Earl has a decision to make. He tells his granddaughter, I'm really busy right now. I can't make it. Well, and she, at this point, just reads them the riot act, tells him, I've always stood up for you, and I guess it's true that, your job and your friends are more important than your family. So, with that, Earl goes home and visits his wife on her deathbed. She passes away, and at this point, Earl realizes that family is more important than anything. He mends fences with his family. He mends fences with his daughter. She even invites him to Thanksgiving dinner. Now, during this time, this week that he took off, the cartel has had a change of guard. And now they're going to be doing more strict policies. And they're not going to let Earl to have his easygoing lifestyle where he just stops and gets an ice cream cone all along the way and is a day late with his deliveries, or he's partying. They want him where they want him at the time they designate, and that's all there is. Well, because he took a week off, they're infuriated. They're mad at him, so they're going to kill him. And the DEA, who happens to be the cast of Michael Pena and Bradley Cooper, intercept a telephone call saying that as soon as Earl drops off his load of cocaine, they're going to kill him. So they move in, they arrest Earl. Earl goes to jail, or goes to court, and there in the court, it's a good moment because the people that really love Earl are there. His family is there, his daughter is there, his son-in-law, his granddaughter. They're all there. And as the lawyer is pleading his case, saying he's a World War II veteran and a family man, and we need a reduced sentence for him, he's never been in trouble with the law. Well, Earl stands up and says, no, I was wrong, I'm guilty, I'll take the punishment, and he goes to jail. And at this point, his daughter even says to him, well, at least we'll know where we can find you, which I think is a kind of a funny thing. And at the very end of the movie, Clint Eastwood is once again working with flowers. So it took him, a failed marriage, a lot of angst, a lot of battling with his family to realize that the people that are really important in your life are your family, and all your friends, and the job comes second. And there's one scene that I failed to mention where in a chance meeting, Bradley Cooper, the DEA, bumps into Earl at a coffee shop. And at this point, Bradley Cooper has missed his 5th anniversary. Well, Clint Eastwood, Earl, tells him that, family is number one and job is number two. So even so Earl knew the right thing to do. He just didn't do it all the time. But at his sentencing, Bradley Cooper is there, and he's sad to see Earl go off to jail. But he tells him that your advice is true, that job is number two and family is number one. Anyhow, that's where the movie ends, and it's a story of a lot of people out there, guys that go to work every day and they work so hard that they forget why they're working sometimes. They forget why they're working so hard to provide for their families. It took Earl, like I said, a failed marriage and a lot of battling in his family for him to realize that the people that are truly in his corner are his family, because they're the ones in court with him on his last day, and they're the ones who can visit him and will visit him in the penitentiary there. And again, this is a true story. The guy was a World War II veteran and a horticulturist, and they may have, like most movies, they Hollywooded up a little bit, but the basic lesson here is that, the people that really are important in your life are your family, and that's the kind of the end of the tale there, and the lesson to be learned. I would say, as far as movies goes, this is definitely 4 out of 5 stars. The only things that I didn't find it really believable was the Andy Garcia character. He played the drug lord, and he was really just more of a caricature. He just basically walked through the movie. His time spent on screen was, doing some skeet shooting and showing what a big man he was in his big mansion and so forth. But that could have been played by anybody. That is, but Michael Pena He's also a DEA agent. He's always entertaining to watch. So you've got the talents. Oh, and Lawrence Fishburne is also in this. And the girl that plays Clint Eastwood's daughter in the movie is his real life daughter, Allison. Anyhow, so you've got a lot of things there. You've got a good story. You've got a good director. You've got a good leading man, Clint Eastwood. You've got some life lessons learned there. And you've got a great cast to support it. Lawrence Fishburne, Bradley Cooper, Michael Pena, of course Clint Eastwood, Allison Eastwood, his daughter. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. I would say, again, 4 out of 5 stars. Now, before I go, I'm going to attach to this video a segment of a TV show that I'm in. It's called Anacostia. It's shot down in Washington, D.C. There's 5 seasons available for you on YouTube. And this particular scene is episode number 3 of the 6th season. Tell me how you liked it. And if you like this video, again, please like, please share, please subscribe. And in the comments sections below, please leave a comment for me or a question, and I'll address it in my next video. Until that time, guys, thanks a lot, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
What the fuck is your problem? Have you seen the news?
Lower your voice, man.
Are you crazy?
Listen.
No, you listen. You said you were going to take care of Dominic Johnson. You didn't say shit about a shootout in the middle of a neighborhood.
Look, I saw opportunity and I took it.
What about the little girl? What about her?
Now, listen, casualty award.
Oh, man, I'm done. I never should have part with a thug like you.
Fuck you think you talking to, Senator? Look, this ain't fucking Capitol Hill. You don't run shit around here. I told you I was gonna take care of fucking Dominic, and that's what I'm gonna do. And what you're gonna do is you'll hold up your end of the fucking bargain. Because if you don't, you're gonna be laying next to that little girl. Fuck out of here, bitch.